But he trying to stay back from Mike. He gonna get caught.
Then on you.
Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick.
Evander Holyfield has just reacted to Mike Tyson's new training footage, and he has warned Jake Paul about the risks of facing Tyson in the ring. Moreover, Joe Rogan has also warned Jake ahead of the upcoming fight.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
me now as an old man, though.
Yeah. The other one was a younger one, yeah.
But it's still, I
Look
still
at that.
know
Look
how
at
to
that,
do
brother.
it right.
Look at that. Yeah, look
The
at
thing
that bag.
about old people today, like that's what's interesting about this Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight. The old people today have hormone.
Joe Rogan posits an intriguing notion that could tilt the odds in Tyson's favor. What's the secret weapon Rogan hints at? It's none other than hormone replacement therapy. Tyson's adoption of HRT has been well documented, with Rogan himself acknowledging the transformative impact it had on the former champ. Rogan shared insights with his guest Max Holloway, emphasizing how HRT stands apart from conventional treatments and could significantly enhance performance, especially for athletes in their fifth decade. Joe Rogan pointed out the fascinating angle of the Jake-Mike showdown, highlighting the evolving landscape for older individuals. He emphasized the modern availability of hormone replacement therapy, heralding it as a significant paradigm shift. Speculating on the upcoming bout, Rogan suggested that Jake might face an unexpected challenge from Mike Tyson, with Jake disclosing his current weight of 230 pounds in anticipation of the match. This factor could prove pivotal in the outcome.
Hormone replacement's a game changer. It's a different thing. Like, a 57-year-old man today, like Mike Tyson, it's like, that's not a 57-year-old man from 1994.
It's imperative to grasp the essence. When men embark on hormone replacement therapy, the goal is to harmonize hormonal levels within the body. This intervention aims to rectify any testosterone imbalances, bolster bone density, and revitalize masculine attributes. Henceforth, Rogan contends that the paradigm of health for men in their 50s today diverges markedly from that of 3 decades past. Joe Rogan further posits that comparing a contemporary 57-year-old man, such as Mike Tyson, to his counterpart from 1994 would be akin to comparing apples to oranges.
Yes.
Oh, that's the 360. So the idea... The idea to explain that was that, I forget who used to use that a lot.
Following their discussion, Max Holloway brought up the buzzworthy training videos of Mike Tyson making the rounds on social platforms. Upon viewing these clips, both Holloway and Rogan entertained the notion of Tyson potentially triumphing over Jake Paul. Yet, the question lingered. How? Delving into Tyson's training regimen, Holloway couldn't shake the conviction that a knockout win for the 57-year-old legend was well within reach. Turning to Rogan, he queried whether he too had witnessed Tyson's fluid movements in the clips, envisioning Tyson entering the ring and mirroring that same formidable presence.
Yes.
That
Clips
would be
a guy,
crazy.
bro? What is going on?
He's going to be hell on wheels in the first round, for sure. He's going to be hell on wheels. You know, because I don't know how long he can go. I don't know what his joints feel like.
Joe Rogan seemed somewhat aligned in his thoughts, yet harbored uncertainty concerning the substantial age delta between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Moreover, the UFC commentator admitted a lack of insight into Tyson's present physical state, especially considering his status as the youngest heavyweight boxing champion. Nonetheless, Rogan proposed a potential tactic for Tyson to clinch a win, initiating aggressive pressure on Paul from the opening moments of the bout. Rogan speculated on Mike's potential dominance in the opening round, citing uncertainties about his stamina and physical state, particularly his joints, back, and overall health. Despite the buzz surrounding Mike Tyson's return, the outcome of the fight remains shrouded in speculation.
I don't know what his joints feel like or his back feels like. I don't know what's really going on. When you're watching clips of a guy hitting the pads.
Yeah, let's hope he gets something crazy and then he say his back is broken. That iconic speech. We get another iconic speech from him.
It's going to be interesting. And it's the only time I could ever remember where I would be interested in watching a 57-year-old man fight a 27-year-old man.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, like even, bro, like, because everybody saw him walking around with the cane, right? Mm-hmm. He's walking around. What if he trolling everybody? What if he knew, bro? What if he knew something we didn't know? What if he's wearing or seeing us all over, you know? But even that, bro, they had the new video of him moving. I'm like, bro, this is not fair. What is he doing? Like,
they're going to do everything to him. They're going to give him all the hormones, all the recovery, everything. They're going to do everything they can to get him ready for that. There's a lot of money in this.
That's a lot of money, bro. It's going to be, and it's only an exhibition, right? It's not even a real fight, right?
And they have 16-ounce gloves, and they have to fight 2 minutes.
Even amidst doubts surrounding Tyson's physical prowess and stamina, Rogan hinted at the potential for Tyson's aggressive tactics to present a significant hurdle hurdle for Paul right from the bell. Yet, Rogan didn't overlook Paul's own prowess in the ring, recognizing him as a formidable opponent capable of giving Tyson a run for his money.
You know, I mean, even Paul, bro. Paul is not a small guy.
No.
He's big. Like, a lot of guys think he's tiny. He's a huge boy.
He's a big dude, and he can crack.
Yeah.
And I always say that people look at him like a guy who is a YouTuber, and they're denying his skills.
Not anymore, bro. Before, when he first was coming out, that's the way you should look at him. But now, bro, he had Love in his corner. Like, Love is his main trainer. What is it, John Love? Or he's one of Floyd boys. Mm-hmm. That guy he was like a legit world champion at one point, so he knows the training that he has to be done. Like, before, I was like, yeah, whatever. But then when you see Paul dedicate himself and how he's training, getting ready for these guys, like, he's a businessman too. Don't get me wrong, but he's training, bro. He's not freaking cutting no corners, bro. No. He got the right guys. He got a right team. Strength and conditioning, probably eating right, eating good, fighting on his terms, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
in the midst of the whirlwind of perspectives surrounding the occasion, Randy Couture, a revered figure in MMA, has stepped forward to back Tyson, emphasizing the heavyweight's wealth of experience in combat. Couture's endorsement carries a prudent reminder for Paul, urging him to carefully weigh Tyson's seasoned wisdom. While speaking to TalkSport, Randy Couture claims that Jake Paul has certainly got his hands full. With Mike Tyson, even at 57, Mike is as explosive as he ever was, and there's a whole lot of other things that are gone from Mike's life, so he's firing on all cylinders now. Randy Couture said he thought Tyson would be very difficult for Jake to handle. He continued, "I think Tyson is going to be very tough to deal with for Jake." The former six-time champion talked about Tyson's training camp videos on YouTube and shared further specifics about what he saw. He said it would be interesting to see how the fight played out and mentioned that viewing Tyson's training video gave him flashbacks to his best years, which he found to be both amazing and frightening. He said, "It's going to be interesting to see how that fight unfolds. I mean, watching the training footage of Mike Tyson, you have flashbacks of him in his prime, and it's pretty scary, pretty remarkable." Couture delved into Tyson's profound influence on the boxing industry, highlighting his keen understanding of the significance of crossover bouts and their sway over boxing's reputation and public image. Couture suggested that Tyson, if his statements are to be heeded, aims to rectify certain misconceptions surrounding the sport. He said, "Mike sees these crossover fights, what's going on, how that's affecting boxing, and people's perception of boxing. If you take him at his word, he wants to straighten some of that rhetoric out and say, hey, this isn't as easy as Jake Paul is making it look. He's fighting for boxing in many ways." In a daring move, BKFC star Mike Perry has thrown his hat in the ring, offering to fill in for Mike Tyson in the upcoming showdown against Jake Paul. Perry minced no words, confidently dubbing Paul as easy pickings in his announcement. Adding to the audacity, Perry eagerly put himself forward as the replacement for the esteemed former WBC champion. Perry said, "If you really don't want to give it a go, Mike Tyson, I can handle the light work for you. I'll be at the Netflix show. Let me know." Perry finds himself on the cusp of a clash with Jake Paul once again, a scenario he's navigated before. In a twist of fate, he filled in as a replacement fighter in Paul's matchup with Tommy Fury. Yet Perry's fervor to face off against Paul still burns bright, showcasing his unwavering hunger for a boxing showdown. He voiced a fervent desire to go head-to-head with Paul, seeing him as the perfect adversary. Moreover, he exhibited sincere concern for his hero, the iconic Mike Tyson, as Tyson geared up for a bout against the YouTube star turned pugilist. Understanding that Tyson's prime had passed, he couldn't shake off his apprehension for his adored champion. Perry said, "Jake Paul, man, if it hurts Mike Tyson, bro, let me take care of it, bro." In the midst of debates surrounding the notable age chasm between the dueling combatants, conjecture about the monetary dimensions of the showcase skirmish has also reached a fever pitch. Venturing into the discourse, UFC luminary Colby Covington has imparted his perspective, unveiling an estimation of the fiscal scale at play. Engaging in dialogue with the Hodge twins on their renowned podcast, Twin Pod, Covington unleashed a startling revelation regarding the Paul siblings. Mid-conversation with Covington, the twins delved into the hefty purse awaiting the boxers in their imminent bout. Covington, the MMA maestro, dropped hints about a staggering $20 million, yet veiled it in mystery. This disclosure sparked a debate among the hosts regarding how the earnings should be divided up, with suggestions leaning towards Tyson receiving the lion's share. However, Covington was quick to challenge the notion of the Paul brothers being dubbed good businessmen. Covington observed that Jake and Paul's thriving business ventures aren't solely attributed to their individual efforts, but rather to the substantial support they've garnered. He hinted at influential figures in their corner, paving the way for their success. Pointing to their early involvement in Disney commercials, Covington underscored the significant backing they've enjoyed since the outset of their careers.
They got the machine behind them, though, for sure. There's no way they're good businessmen. They got people that are pulling strings and putting them in these places. Like they were doing Disney commercials when they were little kids. Like, how do you?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They
were in Lizzie McGuire.
Right.
Remember Lizzie MGuire?
Yeah.
Like, how do you get like little spots on that?
Yeah.
You have to be connected.
Isn't that white privilege, man? I'm telling you, it's real.
He was probably on Epstein Island.
Yeah.
Covington was steadfast in his belief that Paul was manipulating the outcome of his fights. He contended that most of the problem child's matches lacked official sanctioning, underscoring that even the highly anticipated showdown with Tyson would be nothing more than an exhibition.
You think they'll fight you?
No, they would never fight me.
Yeah.
I've seen them a couple times around in Miami, and they kind of bow down in respect. They know a real fighter when they look one in the eyes.
Yeah.
So they're looking for guys that are washed up. They're 60-year-old
washed
guys.
up in black.
I didn't say you did.
However, Covington's remarks regarding Paul versus Tyson extended beyond this particular occasion. In a recent episode of the Adam Saucecast podcast, he articulated his reservations about the impending fight. Specifically, he questioned Tyson's choice to return to the ring at his advanced age, expressing genuine worry about the safety of the esteemed boxer at 57. This viewpoint struck a chord with numerous aficionados of combat sports, including a UFC welterweight contender who echoed comparable concerns about the upcoming match. Covington said, "I don't think it's safe. I think it's dangerous at that age. Your heart might explode, you know. He gets hit in the head. He might have a brain bleed. I mean the guy. That's what I hope. For that, Mike Tyson makes it through injury-free and doesn't get hurt." Furthermore, Amir Khan has cautioned Jake about the potential danger Mike poses in their imminent bout. Khan expresses his belief that despite Tyson's age of 58 on the night of the fight and his prolonged absence from professional boxing since 2005, he retains the formidable knockout ability to pose a serious threat to Jake's chances of victory. Khan said, "No one would have ever expected a fight like that fight to be made. Mike Tyson is a legend of the game and not someone who you want to mess about with, even though he's older now and has been retired for a long time. He has obviously done a few exhibitions." Khan openly shared his sincere confusion over Jake Paul's surprising choice to step into the ring with Mike Tyson, noting the apparent gamble of taking on a heavyweight legend. He articulated worries about potential repercussions for Jake, hinting at the possibility of the spectacle being a calculated move by both Tyson and Paul to garner attention. He added, "I'm truly baffled by Jake Paul's decision-making here. Going up against a heavyweight legend seems like a recipe for disaster, and I fear he's in for a world of hurt. Is this all just for show, with Mike and Jake drumming up hype simultaneously?" Furthermore, Amir Khan expressed a sense of disbelief regarding the circumstances and genuinely wished for Tyson to refrain from causing significant injury to Paul. Despite his affinity for Paul, he stressed the imprudence of facing off in an exhibition match against someone of Tyson's caliber. He said, "It feels surreal, and I genuinely hope Mike doesn't end up causing serious harm to Jake. I've got a soft spot for Jake, but tangling with someone of Mike's caliber in an exhibition is not a wise move." Moreover, Khan delved into the substantial contrast in size and weight between the dueling combatants, voicing doubt regarding the fight's potential outcome. He pondered the feasibility of the bout materializing, registering amazement and disbelief. Nonetheless, Amir Khan prophesied a triumph for Mike Tyson via knockout, underscoring Tyson's enduring threat despite advancing years. According to him, especially when you're a lot smaller and lighter. "I don't know how this fight is going to go. Is it really going to happen? It amazes me, and I am shocked. I've got Mike Tyson winning by knockout. Even though he's in his 50s, he's still a dangerous guy not to be messed with." Conor McGregor recently shared his perspective on the rising success of social media influencers turned boxers like Jake Paul. While acknowledging their achievements, McGregor remains steadfast in his belief that the growing trend of celebrity boxing could negatively impact aspiring fighters aiming to carve out their own legacy in the sport. During a chat with English television personality James Corden, McGregor delved into the highly anticipated upcoming match.
It just got announced, and Mike Tyson's going to fight Jake Paul. Is this a world that you would step into?
Yeah,
right.
well, look, we kick-started that. It was the first crossover event in combat sport.
Floyd, right?
When I fought Floyd, it was kind of the opening of that.
There's more people watching boxing now than were 5 years ago, and I think these guys are a big part of that.
Oh, for sure, hustlers, and they played a great game. But for me, it does set a bad precedent in the industry.
McGregor also shared his reservations regarding the surge in celebrity boxing bouts, notably citing examples like Tyson versus Paul. He conveyed his concerns about the potential ramifications of such events on emerging athletes, emphasizing the significance of aspiring athletes striving for conventional feats in combat sports, like clinching world titles and Olympic honors. McGregor urged them not to perceive celebrity boxing matches as the ultimate measure of success. He stressed that genuine recognition and lasting legacy are forged through traditional paths.
The industry, because what you've got now is, and I'll say this to the young athletes coming up, men and women, don't aspire to be,
one of these like YouTuber fighters.
Right.
Aspire for world titles. Aspire for Olympic. That is how you rise. That is how forever. That is how you etch your name in history. Doing these little smash and grab fights, you know, you might get a few likes, but it's not, there's nothing substantial to it. It's hollow.
McGregor further delved into the realm of celebrity boxing, pointing out what he saw as its shallow nature. He argued that matchups like Tyson versus Paul risked establishing a detrimental norm in the industry, drawing focus and funding away from long-standing, reputable competitions. Emphasizing the significance of upholding the sport's integrity, he urged budding athletes to prioritize conventional feats over the glitz of celebrity bouts. His words echo a timeless message: true recognition and triumph in combat. Sports stem from diligence, commitment, and prowess.
It's hollow. It can be profitable, but it's hollow. And I'm noticing a trend in young fighters coming up that are not even interested in competing in the amateur scene, or rising up to win a national title or a European title or strive for a world title, or even thinking about pro titles in the world game. Do you know what I'm saying? You need the gold on the waist.
As Tyson edges towards his 6th decade, Jake couldn't help but ponder what lay ahead after witnessing the spectacle before him. Tyson graced the stage of the Damon Elliott Show, participating in an interview amidst the relentless glare of studio lights. Despite the struggling air conditioning, beads of sweat formed on his brow, prompting him to discard his jacket as perspiration glistened under the harsh lights. Elliott attempted to diffuse the tension with a playful quip, joking about dismissing those responsible for the air conditioning mishap. However, in an unexpected twist, Tyson stood up, insinuating his departure. Elliott implored the baddest man to wait until reality struck. Tyson was simply removing his shirt. Tyson told Elliott, "I'm so hot. This is what I have to do. I'm doing this because I'm hot, not because I think I'm beautiful or something." As Tyson shed his garments, it was evident that at 57, he had chiseled his physique into an impressive form. Paul couldn't help but recognize the formidable challenge before him as he observed Tyson's lean frame, defying the usual signs of aging, save for a few lingering muffin tops.
Buff and perky. But here's the problem, Mike. It's the problem is you get the tailors when you wear pants. Does that bother you? The mic, it's gonna sound like.
No, the mic go bother me because you don't get this together.
What?
I can't hear.
Wait, what?
I can't.
Wait. What? Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, we got a. Oh, there it is.
Anybody got this? This is why I'm here. I don't understand you, man. This is why I'm so hot. This is what I have to do. I have to do this because I'm hot.
Okay.
Not because
we have to tape. No, Mike, you can't put the mic by that portion of your butt. You gotta hold it up. Gino, fix his mic.
Good job, Gino.
Elliott affectionately dubbed Tyson as the enamored Adonis, sparking a conversation that stretched on for another quarter of an hour before the legendary Iron Mike's temper flared. Tyson, with his imposing presence, seems like a Herculean obstacle to any pugilist past their prime. Yet, for a 27-year-old boxer, struggling to find their footing, even at the peak of their game, squaring off against Tyson is akin to facing a mountain of challenges. The main question is whether Tyson can continue to fight at this pace for the duration of each round. Although he appears strong in short bursts based on training footage, the true test will come in the longer 2 to 3 minute rounds in the ring. Paul smoothly maneuvers through 10 rounds due to his peak physical condition. However, akin to numerous boxers in their 50s, his endurance diminishes swiftly. Despite this acknowledged drawback, the odds now tilt in Tyson's favor, diminishing Paul's initial edge. Supporters of Mike Tyson anticipate a quick knockout of Paul in the initial round, preferably with Tyson's initial onslaught of punches. Nevertheless, if this tactic falters, facing off against an opponent 31 years, his junior could rapidly evolve into a perilous maneuver. In his latest match against Roy Jones Jr. at the age of 54, Mike Tyson showcased a noticeable preference for clinches to recharge, a tactic he's been favoring more. Whether Paul allows this approach to play out may significantly influence the match's result. Nevertheless, Tyson's training footage reveals his prowess and readiness. Understandably, there's been a swirl of health worries surrounding Tyson, with numerous voices favoring Paul to topple the boxing legend, especially considering Tyson's age of 58 at the time of the showdown. However, Evander Holyfield is worried for Jake Paul, though he believes he has the ability to beat Tyson. He proposed that Tyson, his notorious two-time adversary, known for the ear-biting incident in 1997, might fall to Paul if he's denied the chance to unleash his trademark knockout prowess. Holyfield initiated the conversation by analyzing the stylistic elements of the impending showdown. Considering Tyson's battle-tested expertise against Paul's exuberant energy, Holyfield emphasized the significance of confidence in boxing and contemplated how the fusion of strategy and mentality might reshape the course of the fight.
See what could happen.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's with the confidence the other guy. I don't know how much confidence that Jake Paul have in all this. But you know he's gonna be a lot quicker. And if he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning gonna be great. But he try to stay back from Mike, he gonna get caught.
He underscored the significance of maintaining a precise distance when squaring off against Tyson, highlighting Tyson's remarkable agility and talent for capitalizing on adversaries who underestimate the gap. Holyfield stressed that if Paul stayed within Tyson's reach, his chances of success would soar, as Tyson drew much of his strength from his lower body. However, straying too far would expose Paul to Tyson's formidable retaliations. Holyfield refrained from making a definitive prediction, emphasizing the outcome's dependency on Paul's display in the ring. He questioned Paul's ability to endure a strike from someone as formidable as Tyson, whose power still commands respect despite his advancing years. Holyfield stressed the inherent unpredictability of boxing and the importance of believing in one's own ability to triumph, drawing from his own experiences as a pugilist.
Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're gonna smother everything, because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, but if you give him room, I mean, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, you give him in the room, you're gonna be messed up.
Do you see Mike winning, or do you see Jake winning?
I don't know. It's all depending on how Jake fight. You know, I tell you what, it's because somebody gonna tell him it's too crazy to be trying to get close to the guy. He gonna stay like that. Mike like he get in and he curve up like this and snap out and get you.
Holyfield provided a thoughtful perspective on the potential consequences of Tyson's defeat in the boxing world. While acknowledging Tyson's legendary status and significant impact on the sport, Holyfield emphasized that a loss should not overshadow Tyson's incredible legacy. He highlighted the lasting impact and strength of Tyson's punches, emphasizing the importance of strategy and physical preparation in conquering formidable opponents.
You don't get in these things if you don't believe you can win. I'm saying that's my whole thing. I ain't never fought when I ain't think I can win. Every time I ever got in the ring, I thought I was gonna win. I'm like, I'm gonna give my all. I'm like, so the whole big thing is that's the whole process of being a true fighter.
Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.